We met in 2005 at Morse High School in my 5th period at Miss O's.
Yeah, that was our English class. I walked in and my goal was to sit right next to her because we didn't have sitting charts at the time. So every day I went in and I tried to sit closer and closer to her till one day I walked in, I ended up sitting right next to her. She dropped an eraser and that's when I made my move. I picked it up for her and we just started talking from there and we ended up just
Being friends.
being friends. That's how it's all started. The first thing I thought about Jacky, she was very simple, but at the same time a bit complicated. She was picky with everything, with the places she go to, the clothing she shows. So I had to always think about what to say or what to do before I even make that next step.
My first impression of Roger was he was a nice person, but he was very persistent on talking to me, which that kind of didn't like that because I just see him as a regular guy
At the time,
as a friend, but that was it.
I kept asking her out on dates. She kept saying, maybe. And then at the time when we graduated from high school, I was going to Grossmont, she was going to Southwestern. But I decided to follow her to Southwestern too.
And there was a time when my brother came up to my room and he said, "What are you waiting for? This guy's been asking you to go out with him several times and you don't give him an answer. He seems like a nice guy, that he really likes you. He's been showing you that he really wants to be with you, and I feel you should give him a chance."
So that's what she decided to give me a chance.
And
then we went to a wedding together because I was invited to this wedding. We went to a wedding together. I introduced her to all my family, and then we hold hands for the first time after all this time. And that's when we felt that connection and we began dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, since I had said yes to him, I would never hold his hand, just walk right next to him and no kiss, no nothing. But he invited me to a wedding and he had mentioned me that he had already told all his family that we were dating.
Yeah.
So if I could hold his hand, eventually I didn't want to because I didn't really want something serious with him. So then I feel forced and I hold his hand. But that moment when we both hold hands, I knew he was the one.
After that day, she held my hand all the time. The moment I first saw her is when I knew she was the one. I was walking, I saw her. My very first reaction was I looked up in the sky and I told myself she was the one without even knowing her. And then that's when I met her at Miss O's class and I told myself it's probably meant to be. It was my chance. And here we are. So the day I decided to propose to her, we got home from work. I asked her that I was gonna take her out for a walk. But I told her to get just to dress up because we were gonna go have dinner right after. And she agreed. I hired someone to take pictures. So we ended up going to Coronado Ferry. We started walking. I had the ring. We were talking, and then out of nowhere, I just kneel. There's a lot of people because you're in Coronado Ferry. There's people everywhere. She was very surprised. I proposed. I had a friend taking pictures, and he came up right after I proposed to her. And
then I had to say a question, and I said yes.
Answer
the question.
And she said yes, and then from there I invited all her family to the dinner. She wasn't expecting that her family would be there. We got there, and I guess she was really happy because we never go out as a family. And that day, she just was very surprised.
I answered his question and I said yes.
Were you shocked?
Oh, of course I was. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was never gonna happen.
Yeah, and then I surprised her at dinner too. I invited all her family because we usually never go out as a family at that time.
At that time.
And when we got there, she seemed a little bit not as happy because she told me when we got to dinner that, oh, we should invite all my family.
Right.
And then I told myself, oh, I did. And
then we got
they were there.
When we got to the restaurant, I was very happy that my family was also part of it. And that was it.
Okay.
Rogelio, quiero decirte que te amo, que estoy emocionada por nuestra boda y que estoy muy agradecida con Dios que a pesar de todos estos años hemos podido mantenernos juntos, fuertes, y no puedo esperar qué nos va a traer ahora que ya vamos a ser uno, aunque sé que siempre lo hemos hecho, y estoy muy contenta para compartir esta nueva etapa a tu lado y con Kevin.
Hey babe, if you're watching this right now, then you're my wife. I want to thank you for the love and support. We finally made this happen. I love the mother that you are, and I'm very excited for the many years to come together. And I want to tell you that I'm very excited to have you as my wife, and I love you, and I always will. We want to thank everyone for your love and support over the many years that me and Jacky's been together.
And just to tell you that we all love you.
Yeah.